And then we've got YouTube. So again, I'm going to do the same sort of thing. I'm going to just drag and drop my file on here. And I'm going to say caption example. I'm probably not going to make this live. And this is where it will get interesting, because if we rely on YouTube's automatic transcription, it often takes a little bit of time. So again, we could add in our subtitles if we had that SRT file, which we do. We definitely could. We could work in that way. But I'm literally, like, I'm just going to go unlisted for the moment, and I'm going to hit save. And again, we'll come back to this in a little while once it's done its thing. Let's go and check out YouTube. So YouTube, we uploaded our video. This is where it could get interesting, because these captions may or may not have arrived yet, especially for an unlisted video. But let's go over and look at YouTube. So this is YouTube Studio. I'm going to go into the edit options for my caption example. And I think I need to be in the editor for this. All right. Oh, subtitles. Sorry, not the editor. Okay, so the automatic captions are still processing. So that potentially could be an issue. But what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to... Oh, there we go. I looked at it for half a second and it's now published. All right, so we got our subtitles, English, United Kingdom, video language. If I go in, so it's giving me the ability to add those captions, but I've also got English automatic captions. So let's go in and actually edit the automated captions. So this is where it's going to get really interesting, because no capitalization, no commas, no full stops. And again, you know, it's better than nothing. And I guess as important as accessibility is, like, you know, you start wherever you need to start. So in this case, I would say today on... Interestingly, it's been the only option so far, I think, to identify me saying the word learn. So that's kind of cool. But again, I'm going to capitalize this because it's a name. And I don't know why, but my cursor seems to always be a little bit off for where I'm looking. And again, I would change this to live. And it's done that thing that the script used to do that hurt my feelings, and it left the R in there. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to hopefully be able to delete this. Brilliant. We looked at how we can work with automated caption tools and some of the things that you might like to think about. Brilliant, but let's put a full stop in there. And again, if I click play, you'll see how this looks. So even if you are actually just working with the automated captions in YouTube, you can come in and actually go back in and edit them. In fact, if I'm going to go, I guess the other thing we can do is edit the timing. So in this case, I'm sure this is probably fine. I've actually muted YouTube just so it doesn't distract me while I'm live, but I'm sure these are fine, but potentially we could come in and we could change them. We could actually break this up. So, and it does have some guidelines around how that works. So we could add an extra caption in if we needed to. We could edit as text if we prefer working that way. That's kind of, you know, in the transcript captions variation of what we saw in Happy Scribe. All right. So the great thing about this is if you've updated these in YouTube, you can actually download these subtitles and potentially upload them elsewhere. So if I get that, it's actually just going to give me a TXT file, which is kind of annoying, but I'm curious to see what that TXT file looks like. And it's literally just the text. I'm curious if I go into the edit options, does that give me anything different? Oh, okay. So there we go. That's an important distinction. If we're editing as text and we download the subtitles, it'll give us a text file. If we're editing as in the timings and we do that, we actually get an SBV file, which I don't really know off the top of my head what that stands before, and there's a really good chance we might need to convert that into something else, but I love that we've got that. So I'm just gonna find that on my computer and we'll have a look at it together. And let me drag it over here so you can see this, and let's zoom in quite a bit so you can see what I'm actually talking about. So it does actually give you some time references here. So there's a chance, depending on your destination, you might need to convert from SBV to SRT, and there are actually plenty of online tools that will help you convert between different caption formats.